Alright, let's I should have went out the back way, but let's head to Morg's Bakery. Because I think there is a quest for Momo here. There she is. Katarina, what are you doing? That little girl crying over there is Momo, right? From the family who owns the general store. What happened to her? Oh, she's crying. Oh, there you are, SSS. You're here because of the request, right? Go ahead and speak with Oscar and Bennett for the details. Now, don't cry, Momo. We're going to find your umbrella, okay? I just know it. Oh yeah, because they did say she was very happy to be able to use the umbrella since it came from Tally. Oh, my baby. Hey, Oscar. We saw that you needed some help from the SSS. There you are, Lloyd. I was wondering when you'd show up. Sorry to keep you waiting. Would you mind giving us more details on your request? Well, technically, it's not so much my request as it is little Momo's over there. You know, Tally's daughter. It's been raining all day, so she brought her umbrella along to run some errands. Well, where'd my pink umbrella go? It was really special to me too. And there you have it. Yeah, that about explains things. Have you already searched the bakery and its immediate surroundings? Of course we did. Oscar and I looked everywhere. That's how we came across this. Bennett pulled out a pink umbrella. Huh? Oh, wait a second. Is that not Momo's umbrella? I mean, if she's crying over here, then clearly it's not. That's what I assumed at first, but look here. Bennett showed the umbrella's handle to the group. It reads Mei Ling. Oh, my other baby. And I think I mentioned something about her umbrella too. I was like, oh, she has a cute umbrella. Maybe she has Momo's. I think it was pink. Now I get it. Someone grabbed the wrong umbrella and took it with them by mistake. Yeah, I had the exact same thought. Fewer people come shopping on rainy days, so it's easy to remember who's been in the bakery today. And they came to the bakery because we spoke to them. Because Mei Ling got scolded because she opened the bag and Roy didn't want, the bread to get soggy. But this Mei Ling doesn't ring any bells. That's why we called the SSS. I was hoping you guys could find Mei Ling and trade her umbrella for Momo's. Think you can help her out? Absolutely, we're on the case. We'll track that umbrella down before you know it. Awesome, I knew I could count on you, Lloyd. First, we need a clue about who this Mei Ling may be. Oh, we already know. Do you have any ideas, Lloyd? Is it possible that you guys have met her once before, maybe? Yes. If we at least knew what part of the city she was from, that would help narrow things down. Well, I definitely recognize the name. But the question is, from where? I think Mei Ling lives on East Street. She's the little girl we always see standing outside, right? If I remember correctly, she's also the granddaughter of Chairman Morris in the Business Owners Association. Or from, yeah. You're right. We've spoken to her several times, come to think of it. She has an older brother named Roy as well. I don't suppose they came shopping here together. I mean, they had to have. They had bread. Oh, actually, yeah. I do remember a pair of siblings swinging by a bit ago. So they were Chairman Moore's grandkids, huh? Guess I should have recognized them. Well, now that we saw that, mister, you guys should take Mei Ling's umbrella with you. Here you are. Receive Mei Ling's umbrella. Just exchange that one for Momo's when you find her. Best of luck out there, Lloyd. You'll find it for me, right, mister? Of course, Momo. We'll be back with your umbrella in no time. Why don't we pay Chairman Morris a visit? He should know where Mei Ling is. Right. His house is at the end of East Street. Let's head on over there and see what we can find. What's Blunder my umbrella started. Okay, so they're not here. Of course, that would have been too easy. Yeah, Lloyd. Brings you here. Can I help you with something? Hello, Chairman Morris. Odd question, but is Mei Ling home by any chance? I could have sworn she just got back, but I suppose she must have already run off again. Sorry, Lloyd. You might have better luck asking ಠಃLove. Hello, Miss ಠಃLove. Oh, hello. I wasn't expecting visitors on a rainy day like this. Sorry about that. There's something we wanted to ask you. Do you recognize this? Lloyd showed Mei Ling's umbrella to ಠಃLove. I most certainly do. That belongs to our little Mei Ling, doesn't it? Are you here to return it? Though, come to think of it, I could have sworn she had an umbrella when she came home from the bakery. Well, about that, Lloyd explained the umbrella swap and how they were searching for Momo's umbrella. Oh dear, so that's what this is all about. I hope poor little Momo is alright. Would you happen to know where your granddaughter is right now, ma'am? She doesn't seem to be around. She and her brother Roy are out for a walk right now, which means she has Momo's umbrella with her. But unfortunately, I didn't think to ask where they were heading. I'm terribly sorry about that. Sounds like we just missed her then. It couldn't have gone very far in this rain. If they're not on East Street, then Central Square, the Downtown District, and the Harbor District are the likely candidates. They're probably at the Harbor District, to be honest with you. Yes, that sounds about right. Keep an eye out for Roy's green umbrella or Mei Ling's pink one, or Momo's, I suppose. Pink and green, good taste. That should be easy enough for us to pick out. Right, let's begin our search. Thank you for all your help, ma'am. Not at all, dear. You're always welcome to visit. Carla's so sweet, even when she gave us that lemonade. Let's go up first. Let's start with the Harbor District. Okay. Oh! Man, where are you, Mei Ling? Uh-oh. Excuse us, but would you happen to be Roy? Yeah, that's me. Can I help you? We're with the Crossville Police Special Support Section. Wood explained that there was a mix-up between Mei Ling and Momo's umbrellas. Oh jeez, I had no idea. Mei Ling must have taken it by mistake and not realized it. It looks so similar, you know. Sorry about that. I guess we should exchange them as soon as we can. Speaking of, where is Mei Ling right now? Weren't the two of you taking a walk? We were, but she kind of strong-armed me into a game of hide and seek. Oh, here we go. I told her it was a bad idea since it was raining, but she wouldn't take no for an answer. Well, yeah, I kinda lost her. She's a pro at hiding and I can't seek for crap, so I can't really say how long this will take. That's unfortunate. Well, in that case, how about we help you find her? For real? That'd be awesome. I'm not sure where she's hiding, but I don't think she'd leave the harbor district. I doubt she went into any buildings either. This probably isn't going to be easy, but I appreciate you guys lending a hand. Not at all. We're always up for a challenge. Let the Mei Ling hunt begin. Alright then. Yeah, they're saying she didn't go in any buildings. So this should be fairly easy, I would assume. Okay. Oh! I see her. I see her. I see it. I seen the pink. What the? I know, the shipping container, or maybe not. I seen it. Well, what do we have here? Gotcha. Eh, you found me. Wait, you're not my big brother. Who are you? Professional Mei Ling finders. Well put. I'll go get Roy. Wazi called Roy over to Mei Ling's hiding spot. Lloyd then told Mei Ling about the mix-up between her and Momo's umbrellas. And that's why we were looking for you. Oh, so I made a whoopsie then. I didn't mean to take the wrong umbrella. That's alright, Mei Ling. Just return it, and they'll make sure it gets back to its rightful owner. Okay, here you go. Alright then, let's trade. Mei Ling took the correct umbrella and returned Momo's. Thank you, Mei Ling. Uh-huh. Someday I'll say sorry to Momo myself. Well, aren't you a mature one? Yeah, she really is, huh? If I was more like Mei Ling, I'd probably be working a second job or a first one for that matter. Anyway, thanks for the help, you two. We'll be sure to return Momo's umbrella. Yeah, thanks. Thank you. Hey Lloyd, how'd things go? Great, mission complete. Here you go, Momo. Return Momo's umbrella. This is my umbrella. The one my dad bought just for me. Thank you. You're my heroes. You're very welcome. We're just glad we could help. That's another case closed then. Thanks for the help, gang. I knew we could count on you. We'll make sure to put in another request the next time we need help. Anytime. That's what we're here for after all. Catch you later, Oscar. Quest, Blunder my umbrella completed. Nice. Hey, let's see what Momo says. Alright, Momo, why don't I walk you home? You didn't forget anything in the store this time, did you? No, but I think the bread you baked us is already cold now. Oh. Hey, don't you start tearing up again. I'll make you a new loaf, so none of that, okay? Or I think next we need to go to the administrative district, right? Is the next quest here? Yeah, Shion, right? Welcome to Crossbell Civic Center. Oh, pardon me, SSS. Thank you very much for coming. Hello. We're here about the request you sent in. We also have a few new members helping us out today. A pleasure. It's nice to meet you. And you as well. The Civic Center, huh? It feels a little weird having to call it that now. Yeah, I'm still wrapping my head around the fact that it isn't the city hall anymore. It'll take some getting used to for sure. They've already relocated to their new building now that it's nearing completion. That said, the Civic Center will continue to operate as a branch office of sorts for the local government. In that sense, it's still a terrific resource for the community, the way it has been. Ellie always seeing the positive stuff on things. That's good to know. Yes, and this reception desk will continue to serve as a point of contact for a variety of residential and municipal services. Attempts to notify the population of this have gone largely unnoticed, however. We've gotten quite a lot of confused inquiries as a result. Sorry, that's not what you came here for. Not a problem. Sounds like you have your work cut out for you. If it were up to me, I'd have given this place a little entertainment district flair. Maybe make it a watering hole for public officials. Civil service by daylight, nightclub by moonlight. I'm sure the SSS would be more popular than ever if we spearheaded that. That doesn't sound like the kind of popularity we want. What would our support requests even be? Our duty is to protect and serve the people, Wazi, not prepare and serve alcohol. It's kind of fun to picture, though. Anyway, Lloyd, aren't you forgetting the reason we came here? Oh, right. Sorry, about that support request. Yes, allow me to explain. I'm sure you all know what a change of residence notice is, correct? Anyone moving in or out of Crossbell City is required to file one. Recently, however, we noticed some suspicious names on several forms. Suspicious how? Well, you see, they didn't belong to anyone registered within the city. We checked each instance we came across, but none of them matched any citizens or corporate bodies in our records. With that in mind, I was hoping you could look into the addresses these suspicious names are filed under. Just to be safe, I would also like you to check on the former residents as well. In other words, you want us to confirm the status of the previous and current occupants of every location. If there's even the slightest possibility this is a criminal matter, then we can't afford to ignore it. A situation like this calls for a full investigation. We won't leave a single stone unturned. I assume you have a list of suspicious addresses in question? Or do you happen to know the whereabouts of each of their previous occupants as well? Unfortunately, only one of them notified us of their new place of residence. The others are completely unaccounted for. Naturally, that's where our sleuthing comes in. Let's start by checking each address in the previous occupant we know the location of. We might learn something about the other former residents during our investigation. Yeah, that should work. Do you have some sort of list we can work off of? Of course, I made copies of each of their forms for you in advance. Okay, we'll hold on to these. Looks like we have a total of 3 places of interest. The first is in the residential district. Ellie, do you recognize this address? Oh, they're talking about the house that Bond used to live in, right? Let me see. Oh, that's the house right next to my grandfather's. The residents are the High Bloods. Is this the name of a company? A stockbroker named Bond was living there with his family last I remember. Yeah, that's the name listed as the previous resident. A stockbroker named Bond. We already know where Bond lives. Wasn't he one of the Gnosis victims during the cult incident? Yes, I'm certain of it. I heard he and his family went through a rough patch after that incident, but I wasn't aware they moved. That's worrisome. Do you suppose they got wrapped up in some kind of trouble? We can't know for sure, but Bond did submit a change of residence notice. It says he moved to East Street on the 2nd floor of the Axia Apartments. I can never say that word. That's just left of the Bracer Guild. The residential district in East Street. That's 2 places on our agenda so far. The next address is also on East Street. I know this one. It should belong to the Fisherman's Guild. Wait, what? What's wrong? Well, the form says the current occupant is the Imperial Fishing Club. I don't think I've ever heard of them before. You're a member of the Fisherman's Guild, aren't you, Lloyd? Have the other members said anything about this? Well, I've been kinda busy lately, so I haven't had nearly as much time for fishing as I'd like. There's also no new address listed for Fisherman's Guild. Maybe they just changed their name. I guess we'll find out when we get there. The final address is on the 1st floor of the Lotus Heights in downtown district. The name of the previous resident was Ginther. There's no current residents listed for him either. The new tenant is Mr. Sean Arnhem. Wait, why does that sound familiar? Maybe because it's the name of the famous fairy tale author. What? He's the man who wrote Mark and the Witch of Deep Forest. It's one of the library's most popular children's series. Wow, that's crazy. Remember, Lloyd? We ran across that name while investigating Ravache. Yeah, that's right. It was the password for one of the doors, wasn't it? Wow, though. I can't believe a famous author would choose to live downtown. Me neither, considering he's been dead for years now. Oh, right. I knew that. Not to rub it in, but this sounds like the sort of thing you should have caught when our Phantom Perman turned in his form. I can't apologize enough for that. We do try to be careful about these things, I swear. But leave Shion alone. We understand it must be a busy time for Civic Center with a new mayor in office, not to mention the relocation. Yeah, the ones who should be apologizing are the people who submitted these forms. Yes, I suppose you're right. Not to worry, the SSS is on the job. Let's get this investigation started, everyone. We'll report back once we verify the situation at each of their addresses. Thank you so much. I'm counting on you. Quest. Ostensible ownership started. I cannot say that word. And before we get started with the investigation, I'm gonna take a quick break. I'm gonna go get something, pour me something to drink, as my voice is starting to give out completely. So I'll see you in just a bit. Alright, we're back. And I guess we'll head to, let's just go to the residential district first. Oh, look. This is the car those delinquents were driving yesterday, isn't it? What is it doing here? I'm not sure, but I have a bad feeling about this. Because they're the ones that are staying in that house. I feel like I didn't get a chance to speak to her. Well, time to head to work. Commuting is such a pain on rainy days. Next to the McDowell estate, this must be the place. Excuse us, is anyone home? No luck. Is the door locked? No, actually, it's open. I hear some voices inside too. Maybe they're so busy talking that they didn't notice us. Why don't we just stroll on in? They wouldn't have left it open if they wanted to keep us out. And besides, this is official police business anyway. That doesn't mean we can barge into people's home whenever we want. But we are in dire need of some answers, so we don't have a choice. Let's go inside and make our presence known. Man, the three of us were like Gehenna on wheels out there. Nothing like a little rainy morning drift racing, huh? No kidding, my heart's still pounding like crazy. By the way, Reggie, what happened to those girls you called? Oh yeah, they should be here any minute now. See what I tell you? Perfect timing. Wait, aren't you those cops from yesterday? What the hell are you doing here? You're the three who were arrested for reckless driving. Care to explain what exactly is going on here? I think we just stumbled on a burglary in progress. Caught red-handed. Let's book him. The hell are you going on about? Why would we be laying around here like this if we were here to rob the place? More importantly, who let you flatfoots in here to begin with? This is our property. Where do you get off barging in like this? Your property? You mean? That'd make them new residents. Excuse us, gentlemen. We're on official police business. There's a few things we need to ask you. It shouldn't take long. So let me get this straight. The three of you came to Crossbow to get some real-world experience. Then you came across this house for sale while looking for a place to stay, and Yuri here bought it on a whim. Do I have that correct? That's right. Finally get it through your skulls. Just one more thing. The residency form is listed under the High Bloods. What's that about? You want to know? That's what we call our dynamic trio. It's because we've got noble blood coursing through our veins. Pretty sick name for 3 guys blessed by the goddess, huh? I'm gonna be honest. You don't look like a noble whatsoever. Damn straight, all of our dads are higher ups at the Vern Company. As a matter of fact, Yuri's is on the board of directors. You should be groveling at our feet. Couldn't have put it better myself. What is that? Are these two the hostess girl? Is that Eris? Oh, finally. Hello, ladies. Whoa, now these are the real deal. Pardon us, which one of you is Mr. Highbloods? Oh, we're not interrupting, are we? No, not at all, girls. They were just leaving. Well, take a hike already, and don't let the door hit you on the way out. Okay, we get the message. Looks like they're in for a good time. I wouldn't mind staying behind a bit. They struck me as spoiled brats coasting on their parents' money. It's a shame that such a beautiful home fell into their hands. I can't imagine this is what Bond wanted. Nothing about their contract sticks out to me as illegal, though. It's frustrating, but there's nothing more we can do about it. True enough. We should just leave them alone for now. Anyway, this is all we needed to check in the residential district. Did we pay Bond a visit now, Lloyd? I'd like to hear his side of the story. Same. I'm worried about how his family's doing. Okay, let's go see them at their new home on East Street. They're staying at the Azure apartments. There's Tsuneta. You're such a well-behaved girl, Mary. Here, have some pets? Oh, like petting. I was like, what? Have some pets as a reward. Oh, we have visitors. I remember you. Hello, we're with the Crosswell Police Special Support Section. You're Bond, correct? We met during the cult incident. Yes, of course. I'm in your debt for rescuing me from that terrible fortress. You even once helped our little Tsuneta find Mary, too. I've been wanting to express my gratitude to you all this time. You have my deepest thanks. And mine as well. Our family owes you a great deal for all you've done for us. Not at all. We were only doing our duty. I'm glad to see you're all in good health. If only because of you and your team, but I digress. Was there a particular reason you came to visit today? There is, actually. The SSX explained their investigation to Bond and asked for details of his relocation. I see. So you four are investigating dubious change of residence forms. I take it you'd like to hear the details of how I sold our old home then. Yes, sorry to pry, but we need to confirm that it was all above board. It's fine. I understand where you're coming from. The sad truth of the matter is that we had to sell off the house to help repay our debt. The buyer turned out to be the same real estate agency we originally purchased from. Everything about the transaction was legitimate. So as far as I know, nothing remotely illegal occurred at all. That's a relief to hear. I do have a question, however. You have no obligation to answer, and I'd understand if you'd rather not. But would you mind divulging how it is your family fell into debt? Well, as you may already suspect, it was a consequence of my actions this past spring. My memories from then are still a blur. I made some ill-advised investments while under the influence of those horrible blue pills. After the incident, our lives came crashing down and we fell into some serious debts. I'm so sorry. It's alright. Believe it or not, I feel blessed after everything that happened. Thankfully, I was able to cover most of the debt by selling all of our assets. Since I personally took on the losses, I was fortunate enough to keep my job. Most importantly, my wife and daughter stayed with me through it all. They still love their fool of a husband and father. Dear, you promise not to say things like that again. We're a family. Nothing will change that. Yeah, shout out to Creole, the top tier wife. We made a vow, remember? For better, for worse, for richer, for poor. Oh, Creole, you truly are the love of my life. I'm so grateful to have you in Suneta. Oh. Here, please, not while we have company. Wow, you two really have something special together. They say the home is where the heart is. As long as you're together, your lives doesn't really matter, does it? A bit of a grandiose way to put it, but yes, I suppose you're right. In any case, I've been working hard at making a fresh start and keeping my nose clean. And I'll be sure to pay off the rest of our debt too, for my wife and daughter's sakes. Oh, darling. You're a good man, Bond. Please let us know if you ever require our assistance again. That's right, we'll be there for you. I'm grateful that you would even go to such lengths for me. We'll be sure to call the SSF if we happen to need your help. Was that all you needed? I'd be happy to answer any other questions you might have. No, that's okay. We got what we came here for. Thank you for your cooperation. Shall we get going then? That would be for the best. We'll show ourselves out. It was nice seeing you, Bond. We'll be rooting for you and your lovely family. Much appreciated. I'll do what I can. As will we. Oh, hello. Were you speaking with Mother and Father? That's right. The six of us were having a nice chat together. You have wonderful parents, Suneta. You think so too? They've been closer than ever now, especially after we moved. I couldn't ask for better parents. Isn't that right, Mary? Oh. Sounds like Mary agrees. Yeah, I'm happy for them. Anyway, that confirms the whereabouts of Bond and his family. Let's get back to investigating the rest of the addresses on our list. I think we had one in downtown, right? Lotus Heights in the downtown district. This should be the place. Excuse me, is anyone home? No answer. Is it locked? Yeah, it's bolted tight. Maybe I'm just imagining things, but I feel like I can sense someone inside. What? Really? Ah, the old pretend you're not home and maybe they'll go away trick. So what now? Is this the part where we get to barge in without a warrant? As much as I hate indulging you, we may have to consider it if there's no other options. Oh! What was that? The sound of someone tipping their hand. Which means your intuition was spot on. Let's give them one more chance. Excuse me, we know you're in there. We'd like to ask you a few questions. Someone's stubborn. You don't suppose they bailed out the window? It'd be a real problem if they did. Are you the ones making all that racket? What's going on here? Oh, sorry about that. And this is actually the guy. I'm pretty sure he was the one that stayed here. We're with the Crossbell Police Special Support Section. We're here to speak with the tenant of this apartment. Do either of you know who lives here? Well, of course I do, but before that, how about you start by telling us what's going on? Sure thing. Would explain that the SSS was investigating suspicious changes of residents. But that's the way of it. You need to ID the resident in this unit here. I think I may owe you all an apology in that case. Why? Well, to tell you the truth, that used to be my apartment not too long ago. Oh, so you're Gintherner, then? Yup, I'm the dummy who forgot to submit his change of residence notice. There should still be enough time to get one in though. So consider the message received. I have it done by the end of the day. Thank you, that would be great help. On that note, would you mind sharing with us why you chose to move? Of course, it was a bit of a twist of fate actually. I was working as a trader before I screwed up and lost everything a year ago. That's how I wound up here. Recently, an old business associate of mine decided to lend me a hand after hearing about what had happened. They offered me a job in Calvert a couple of weeks ago, and I accepted this on the spot. If that's the case, what are you still doing here? Just dropping by. I figured I should thank everyone in the building who supported me when I needed it most. Yeah, I don't know where I'd be if not for them. It was nothing special, my friend. Alright, thanks for being honest with us, Gintherner. Now we just need to know more about the new resident. Ah, alright. Is there something specific we should know about them? Well, the thing is, this particular Tenet situation is a bit unusual. Let me have a try. Hello, this is Tense. Anybody in there? If you are, mind opening up? These folks here are with the police. They're not here to hurt anybody. They just need to identify you. Ah. Open sesame. Do what you have to. Just try not to cause too much of a commotion. Of course. Thanks for your cooperation. Pardon us, sir. Are you here to mock me? Huh? I asked if you came to mock me. Wait. Who are you? Why does he look so familiar? He kind of reminds me of the guy. Wait, is this the guy from the hospital? Am I crazy? I mean, they all be having the same model, you know. But that's who I think this is. And it would make sense if he's saying if you came to mock me if it was him. I'm sure you'd love nothing more than to stick it to the illustrious diet. Yup, it's him. The diet member who fell off his perch and into the gutters. Wait, I know you. This must be the representative Gable of the Imperial faction. Well, former representative, anyway. You were lying low at St. Ursula after your corruption was exposed, as I recall. But you know my story. Well, you found your man. What are you going to do with me now? I'll have you know I'm completely broke, mirrorless. I wouldn't even be able to afford this apartment if not for the mercy of an old acquaintance of mine. Is that why you're here? To use me for the few connections I have left? No, of course not. We're only here to verify who the current occupant of this room is. But just to confirm, Mr. Gable, the current occupant would be you, correct? Yes, you've got that right. That's all we need to know. As long as there isn't anything illicit going on here, you're fine. I do have one question though. Why use such a ridiculous name on your change of residence form? Don't tell me you actually expected to fool anyone with a name like that. It was an instant red flag. That it was, unless we're dealing with the rise of a literal ghostwriter here. Right. Truth is, I've always been a big fan of Sean Arnham's. It was the only name I could come up with when I was staring at the form. Oh, so that's why. It's true that Sean Arnham's work is appropriate for all ages, I suppose. No shame in being young at heart. That's one way to spin it. Shut up, just leave me be already. You got what you came here for, now get out of my house. Yes, please excuse us. I think it's time, Lloyd. Right. We'll be going now. Yeah, this is a long ass quest right here. Not gonna lie to you, god damn. I never expected to run into Representative Gable of all people. All things considered, he may still be better off than some of the other former Diet members. Agreed. The ones who ended up getting arrested in the wake of the cult incident have it way worse. I'd say they got what they deserve, but good luck convincing them on that. Big takeaway here is that your past misdeeds will always come back to haunt you. It's just the way this world works. Still, I'm sure he can turn his luck around if he works hard and mends his old ways. I still have hope that Mr. Gable and all the ex-representatives can be reformed and find peace. Hopefully Ernest can do the same too one day. Our leader isn't just fearless, he's also oh so compassionate. You know, on that note, why don't we go grab some drinks at Trinity? We could use a few after all that talking. We're still on duty, you know. Anyway, it takes care of everything we needed to check on downtown. Let's head over to our next area of our investigation. It's the same as the last time we came here. Are you sure you don't know what happened here, Lloyd? I mean, if he knew, I'm pretty sure he'd have said it by now. Not a clue. Honestly, I haven't been keeping up with the Fisherman's Guild at all recently. Oh, hold on. It looks like the door's unlocked. Smarmy little, and you call yourself a fisherman? What he said? We're not gonna stand for you strong-arming us out like this. Did you hear that, Lloyd? I recognize those voices. Let's check it out. I thought it was Ellie still speaking. Whoa, look at this guy. Wait, is that the girl from Amorica? Excuse us. Oh. And who might she be? Oh, wait. It's Lloyd. You came at just the right time. Go ahead and tell them, Lloyd. The Crossbell branch of Fisherman's Guild is a place where all anglers are supposed to stand together as comrades, rod to rod. Back up. What's going on here? So you belong to the Fisherman's Guild, do you? Have you come to voice your petty grievances as well? Well, it's true that I'm a member, but... Lloyd flashed his detective notebook to the man and explained that they were in the middle of an official investigation. You're investigating suspicious addresses. I suppose it's true that we submitted the residency form before registering as a business. Allow me to introduce myself then. My name is Lord Lake-Lord III. Otherwise known as the heir of Erebonian's Lake-Lord Company, the leading fishing equipment manufacturer in all of Zamoria. As for the Imperial Fishing Club, it is none other than the professional angling association that I represent. The Lake-Lord Company? Have you heard of it, Lloyd? Yeah, any fisherman worth his bait would be familiar with the Lake-Lord name. Like he said, it's the #1 fishing gear brand on the continent. You can't cast the rod anywhere without seeing their stuff. Wow, they're that prolific? But what business would an heir to Imperial Company have in Crossbell? That business, of course, is to further expand the reach of the glorious Imperial Fishing Club. You're standing in our newest foothold. Here, it's all in the fine print, officers. Let me take a look at that. It's the rental agreement for this building. Everything here checks out. The current tenant is the Imperial Fishing Club. Now do you understand? You can't let him get away with this, Lloyd. He's trying to usurp the Fisherman's Guild. Usurp? That's right. He snatched that lease away from the branch manager Certain without even discussing it with him. This cockabully spared no mere convincing the real estate company to transfer it over. We might have been a tad forceful, but I assure you that we followed all legal processes. Furthermore, this establishment was being wasted on commoners such as yourselves. Fishermen guilds view angling as no more than a hobby or a pastime. That's to say nothing of your shoddy equipment. Hey, don't forget I'm a member too. This discussion is over. We've made our case perfectly clear. Now kindly leave this so you can report back to this Certain of yours. I'll leave the rest to you, ಠಃLove. Yes, sir. Don't run away, you coward. That's right, this isn't over. Something tells me he's not coming back. How did this even happen? We can't just let them get away with it. Right, stealing our branch out from under us crosses every fishing line at once. Branch manager Certain's going to want to hear about this too. He'll know what to do. Hey Peter, what's going on? I'm still a little confused. Oh, that's right. You've been absent for a while, Lloyd. First things first, let's get out of this rain and talk somewhere else. I'll call the branch manager and have him meet us at Garante Jazz Bar in the back alley. We'll be sure to wait up for you, Lloyd. The two of us are gonna go ahead for now. See you there. I wonder what caused all of this. I'm not entirely sure, but we're going to have to follow up if we want an answer. Let's head to the jazz bar. Yo, this part right here is so long. I'm probably going to have to split it. At first, I wasn't going to split it, but I did not realize this quest right here was going to be so long. Hey Lloyd, glad to see you made it. Sorry to drag you all this way. Now that we're all here though, it's time to begin the meeting. First, we have to fill you in on the details, Lloyd. Truth is, our guild branch has been on a hiatus these last few months. You could think of it as a self-imposed suspension. A suspension? Yup, it's because the man behind that horrible incident, ţ霖, was one of our members. Yup. Once the dust settled, we all decided to take some time off to re-examine ourselves. But his actions were his own. We shouldn't feel responsible for them. Sure, we weren't directly involved with the incident and certainly didn't do anything criminal. But ţ霖was still one of our own, a guild brother. And yet, not once did we see any signs of a sinister man plotting beneath the surface. In all honesty, we owe a heavy debt to society for failing to notice. Certain. But let's set that aside for now. About a week ago, I received a notice from the real estate agency that manages our building. Perhaps it was because of our hiatus, but they claimed the property was abandoned and declared our contract null and void. They then informed us that they signed a new contract with the Imperial Fishing Club. We tried getting in contact with the Imperial Fishing Club ourselves, but it didn't go well. And when we dropped by the branch today, the representative was in there acting like he owned the place. I mean, sure, that's what the contract says, but we didn't learn the truth about it until today. The rest you already know, Lloyd. This is a little more complicated than I was expecting. but I think I understand the situation. Yes, our building has been usurped by the Imperial Fishing Club, headed by the heir of the Lake Lord Company himself. As a fellow angler, I take no issue with them wanting to expand their horizons, but not at our expense, and especially not through the use of the Kosiran. I don't even understand why they hate us so much in the first place. It's harassment, plain and simple. So what can we do about it? Other than bide our time, nothing for now. Still, we can't just sit back and let this spell the end for the Fisherman's Guild's Crossbow branch. So while it was shorter than I would have liked, we have no other choice but to end our hiatus. Then in that case, the Crossbow branch of the Fisherman Guilds is officially back in business? Nice, I've been waiting for this. However, all members will be starting over at the Amateur Fisher rank. I'm also going to have to suspend the ranks certification exam too. Huh? Wait, hold on a second. You can't be serious, can you? I mean, I'm a master fisher. Not anymore, you aren't. We're kicking things off with a clean slate, no exceptions. All that hard work? I mean, just look at me. I'm a divine angler. Oh, now it's not so bad coping. You'll move up the ranks in no time once the exam starts. Easy for you to say. You start out the hobbyist fisher rank. Okay, let's settle down, Copin. I know how he feels though. I worked myself all the way up to being Crossbow's divine angler. To make up for it, I'll supply you all with some new fisher gear. Here boys, take these. You receive the primary rod. You receive the fishing notebook, earthworm, and dumplings. And here's a little bonus for you, Lloyd, since you were our divine angler. Nice. Wow, thanks, Certain. Alright, I'll leave you guys to it. As for me, I'm gonna get to work finding us a new office. Let's meet up again soon. We can share any updates we have then, especially if they're about the Imperial Fishing Club's up to, or especially if they're about what the Imperial Fishing Club's up to. Yeah, got it. Well, that took a while, but we finally got to the bottom of what's happening at the old Fisherman's Guild building. Yeah, we've done all we can on this end. Anyway, I think that just about wraps up this investigation. Let's return to Civic Center and give our report. Finally! About fishing. In various locations, you will find fishing spots marked by ripples on the water surface. Upon inspecting a fishing spot, you could choose a rod, bait, and then have Lloyd cast his line. When the mark pops up, quickly press X to reel in Lloyd's catch. Be careful, the fish can get away with the bait. Fishing spots within Crossbow City are located at the Harbor District and Residential District. Hello everyone, how goes your investigation of those suspicious addresses? It's all finished actually, we're here to give you our report. Lloyd handed over the copy change of resident forms with their names corrected. Oh my, you all did a wonderful job. Interesting, 3 Calvardians moved into the residential district, while a group of Erebonians moved into East Street. As for the downtown district, what's this? Is something wrong? No, not at all. I just wasn't expecting to see Mr. Gable's name here. I have mixed feelings about it, given how often I used to see him in this building before he fell out of favor. It's strange, despite his corruption and everything that happened with the Imperial faction, I just can't bring myself to hate him. I know exactly how you feel. He seemed more like a straightforward person at most, at least, for better or worse. If only the man were half as wholesome as his taste in literature, maybe then he'd be better liked. I suppose I can't disagree. In any case, I believe this wraps up your investigation, SSS. The next step is for Residential Affairs to file the paperwork and sort everything out. Thank you for all your help today. You're welcome. We're always happy to be of service. Please let us know if there's anything else we can assist with. Quest: Ostensible ownership completed.